Hey, bud, welcome back. We are just running a test real quick to make sure that our highway makes sense that we just built in the last episode. Oh no, look out. Bro, come on. The coffee definitely worked. We are at our blueprint, and I have put something together that we are going to make use of over at the concrete facility. So there is 13 total constructors here, and there's 9 storage units attached. The others, there just wasn't enough room for them. These are all linked up, so all we'll have to do is bring in the line down here from the miner. This thing is set up for a miner that is pulling 600 stone a minute, and it is slightly inefficient because 600 divided by 45 is going to give you 13.3 repeating, but I would rather be slightly under than over. So we are going to leave it at 13. Also, the build just comes out cleaner this way. So we will be building this up over at the concrete area. We've got several lines of 600s coming in. I think we've got a total of 3,400 limestone a minute that'll be processed at this facility. Once we get all the lines up and running, that's going to generate a ton of concrete. So we are going to need to make sure we have the appropriate storage for it, as well as the appropriate supply chain put in place to make sure that we can get it out enough to the areas that actually need it. Let's build here with a quick progress report. We've got one line of the concrete production up and running. The other line is currently in progress. One thing I was running into is I was getting tired of running back to the oil field to grab fuel for my jetpack. You burn through quite a bit of it as you're building, so I decided to take a quick side quest. There's 2 things that we're going to do. Let me show you the first one. Okay, here we are. This is the gas station. So I wanted to try and build as close to a gas station aesthetic as I possibly could. I guess I probably should put a price up here. Decided to build a spot where we could store a bunch of fuel and also have a spot where our trucks can refuel in case they are on loops that are not going to put them out close to the oil field. It's a unload station, but there is a full storage facility down here I have set up. It will automatically fuel any truck that comes through here. So our trucks that we will have running our raw ore routes will be able to pull in here, grab fuel, and keep going. I'm going to have a dedicated truck running the loop from the oil field to the gas station. Here we are at the oil field. We are going to be running a new line for our truck. I'm going to record it just to show you what the gas route will look like, but it'll be a quick one and we'll speed it up to make it even faster. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you is this is under the alien technology, the way that we have had our steel beams and our pipes and our encased beams uploading to the cloud directly from storage. This allows us to do it from our inventory and makes clearing up the inventory a lot easier. But we can let those slowly upload. So all of those limestone constructors making concrete are actually at a disadvantage right now because they're expecting around 600, but are only getting 40 due to the conveyor belt restraints. Once we are finished building there, we will go ahead and knock out the next phase, get the next round of elevator built for the space elevator, and take it from there. I just tamed this lizard dog. I gotta think of a name. And inventory? I don't know if that's I give him something or how that works. Anyway, just wanted to show that. I think we'll name it Mizu. It's Japanese for water. Good Mizu. All right, back to building. I will show you where we're currently at on the concrete build. I'm thinking maybe 2 of these straight up the mid, just so that we're not wasting all this empty space. I think between what's still left to be built over here on the right, we can line this up and fit 2 of them in here. We'll just need to unlock all the miners that are on the normal nodes, since they only pull 120 by default. Okay, so it would seem that Mizu's inventory is for it to bring me things, because I went to pet it. It brought me 17 circuit boards for some reason. So I guess we'll just take those and we'll see what Mizu comes back with next. All right, I would say we are pretty much complete with our build here for the concrete warehouse. We are standing in front of it. I thought I'd show it to you, plus some of the testing I've been doing. We have 2 simulated loading docks. I try to make them look like actual loading docks, but of course trucks don't have to back up to it. They will just pull into this spot and get loaded instantly. I wanted to also show a test I've been running. There is this item called the light control panel, which lets you control lights. Makes sense, right? You can control the intensity. You can turn it on night mode where they only run at night. You can also change the color. I thought that was pretty cool. I installed it there, and then I realized that if I change something on this panel, it would change the lights for literally everything else across the entire build. So I set up this little control light here. It's just a floodlight, and I learned that in order to control the lights on their own circuit, you need to essentially wall them off. And what I mean by that is create their own circuitry line that is not going to be connected to the rest of your power grid. So say, for example, any of these lights, and it's something I actually had to chase down, any of these lights are connected to any of these poles or anything that's powering these machines, it's going to throw off the entire grid when I make a change on the light control panel. But if you put them all on their own line, as I did here, then you can hook up a separate power line to this machine, and then that will wall things off so you're not controlling the lights for the entire planet. So as you can see, I have it now. The lights are red for the warehouse, but this control light that I have that's powered from over here is white. So that let me know that our test was successful and we can move on. But yeah, that's the concrete warehouse. Pretty standard build outside. And then on the inside, nothing's changed really. We just closed it off, added a new foundation up top, and added lighting. We also added a easy staircase to get up here in case someone were to play the map and not have a jetpack yet. But from here, we are going to move on to our iron ore raw material facility. And from there, we will actually look at finishing off this phase, because I'm ready to see what some of the new technologies are that we will get in the next one. It's a lot of stuff I'm unfamiliar with at this point, but yeah. As it stands right now, I think this should cover our concrete needs for the short term, and I am happy with how it's turned out. So I am going to end the episode there. Hope you enjoy the warehouse. See you at the next one. Goodbye.